Good Saturday morning. It is June 10th. I'm taking this with my phone. I'm not even gonna like edit this much, but just wanted to give a quick update of what's been going on in real life, the garden, whatever. So if you've heard through the grapevine, last week the family got hit with a stomach virus. I recorded some footage of the garden the previous weekend, but I didn't touch it all week, so I honestly can't even remember half of the things I did, and it's been so long now I can't remember what was shown off. And I could go and look at the last video, but that would take foresight, which I don't have. But I just wanted to give at least a quick garden update or garden tour or something. Didn't want to leave you guys hanging again, but we're all feeling better finally. I woke up, so was that? It was either Friday or Thursday night, me and Shane, we were finally feeling better, and we were just ravaging the house for food just because we were so hungry. None of us had eaten in like days. So let's see, this is the eggplant. It is looking so good. It's actually looking very happy. Jalapeno. This is our bell pepper that I keep forgetting we have a bell pepper, so that's exciting. Our thyme bomb peppers are still looking good. This is our cayenne pepper. It's getting nice and tall. These are our sweet candy cane peppers. These are looking really yummy. And our Aunt Molly's ground cherry. I've been noticing something eating it, and see if I can find one. But I think they're called flea beetles. I've seen these little tiny black beetles, and they jump exactly like fleas. So I think that's what's been getting on these guys. And I don't remember what tomato this is, but same thing. One of my tomatoes. But our tomatoes are actually starting to really show some signs of starting. So we have some flowers on this one. This one here. I believe this is our early girl. I like to try and like self-pollinate these flowers, just shake them around a little bit, but we already have an early girl tomato coming through. And this is our invincible tomato that we started. So it grew. So this is a 4-foot stake, and it's, I don't know, maybe 6 inches in the ground, and it's finally this tall and just starting to produce flowers. So like this height and down, there's no tomato flowers, which I'm a little concerned about. Like hopefully maybe some of these suckers will start producing something, because I see one right here, but this is gonna give me some trouble if it gets too tall. In our department store, Husky Cherry, it has got so much fruit already. This limb right here is getting pretty heavy already, so in my Amazon cart, I actually have some tomato clips and some twine. I'm going to try and tie this off. Oh, something else I've been noticing, these little gnats. I looked them up, and they're called fungus gnats. And I was like, well, how do I get rid of them? They were like, well, you can't really. So I've been trying to troubleshoot how to get rid of some of our pests. This is our bean our volunteer bean that we found. I'm pretty sure it's a bean. It's still growing. Looks like the other bean we had. Our orange hat tomato. This thing is so cool for how tiny it is. Like, look at all those tomatoes that are packed in there. This is the first bean plant we started, bush bean actually. It's getting very big. Another bush bean. This is a one of the thyme bomb peppers that I was saving. Our chipmunk's been digging in our garden. But it was actually only this tall, and it started to put on fruit, so I topped it. I wasn't sure what I was doing with it, but we didn't want to throw it away. So I topped the pepper plant. We're gonna see if it survives, but this is a little pot for now. We had to redo our sunflowers because Chippy over there dug it up in our planter, but we have a couple of seedlings started in our greenhouse. I took a cutting of the Super Sweet 100 tomato and look at this. I don't know where we're gonna put that, but we successfully got that to work. We'll figure it out. From this one, actually. This is the plant we took it from, which we already have a few tomatoes started on there. This is like an experiment. I honestly don't know how this is gonna turn out, but we'll see. It hasn't popped through yet, but I put a bush bean seed in this hanging planter because I didn't know what else to do. And we finally have some peas popping through. Ooh. Man, wasps love this thing. But usually if I leave them alone, they leave me alone. But we finally have some peas on this thing. Look at that. I remember I came out here one morning and my husband was like, I came out here one morning and I looked and I didn't see any peas. And my husband texted me like, I don't know, a few hours later, he's like, did you know there's a pea out here? I was like, what? No. Like, yeah, we finally have peas starting. I was wondering, I was hoping. This pea plant's looking really good. I know I planted another one right here. Our beets, I'm wondering if they're not gonna get too much bigger. It's starting to get, I think, too hot. Same thing with the kohlrabi. It's not even like looking like, okay, that one's starting to do what kohlrabi does, but they're just getting very tall. I didn't expect them to do that. There's another bean plant right there, more beans, and something really cool. I wasn't sure if I was gonna plant corn, but I planted some corn. This variety I bought, it's called, I'll have to look it up, but it's like a dwarf kind of corn, is that what it's called? But it only grows 3 to 5 feet tall, and it has 2 ears per stalk. Very tiny variety. I thought that would be perfect. And we moved one of our jalapeno pepper plants into the bed. Our kale plant is looking a little sad around the edges, but it's got some new growth coming in. And oh, I know what I forgot to mention. Yeah, we cut out the cabbages. We decided that it was just, they were getting too big and they were taking up too much of the bed space when we could be, preparing for summer veggies. So I took one of the extra tomato seedlings, put it here. Same thing over there. So this is a Better Boy tomato, and that is our yellow tomato. So kind of an experiment to see how tomatoes do in this bed. Eventually I want to get a trellis. I'm gonna do like a Florida weave type of situation. I'm gonna get a big T-post, another big T-post, and then just weave netting in between, and as they go up, try and get the biggest or the tallest one I can get. But we did keep these cabbages because we want to see how big they're getting. And look at this head. It's actually forming a head. That is so cool. Collards are doing okay. And I just realized I should probably do a round of BT because I didn't last week because we were sick, but I see some ate up leaves back there, but that's okay. Yeah, we got some cabbage heads. I'm gonna keep going until it bolts on me or something else. Our Chinese cabbage, I think it's starting to get shaded out, unfortunately, but I'm gonna keep it in there because I'm attached because I started it from seed. And I think our spinach maybe got too hot again. I think it's not just, this variety of spinach just doesn't do very well here. I'll have to go back and look, but I think this was the Bloomsdale. And this is the Avenger spinach, and I haven't seen it get much bigger than this, so maybe this is, I wasn't sure how it grew. So maybe this is all it does, and I just should have harvested it. We have another bean plant right here. It's not looking too happy. I think I planted a bean here, honestly. Maybe I didn't. I'll have to plant something here. Our dill and our basil exploded. Like, so I'm 5'3", right? I'm 5'3". This is, what? This is crazy. I don't know if you remember when I brought it home, but it was maybe 6 inches. Our cucumbers have exploded too from this heat. I love the little tendrils that were looking for the cage. Oh my goodness. Our other cucumber is starting to explode, and our zucchini plants have exploded too. I've been seeing more and more like online about people doing successions of their zucchinis and like summer squash just because of the squash vine borer. Like, I keep hearing about it, and I'm afraid it's gonna take out my plants before I even have a chance to like harvest any myself. So I actually, so the packet I bought only came with like 3 seeds. So I might actually go out and get more because I love zucchini and summer squash. So just noticed my okra is getting very shaded by this dill. So, because I've heard that okra actually gets monstrous, so I might actually move this real quick, but that's about it. But yeah, so we did harvest a lot of our turnips and our beets, the rest of our spinach, some radishes here and there. We cleaned them up. Oh, and our lettuce, the rest of our romaine lettuce we harvested. We cleaned them up and we put them in the fridge. We've eaten some of it. There's some still in there. But once I get to it and record some footage for the weekend or for the next like actual video, I'll include some of that footage and just to make sure, because I remember we had a turnip that was like huge. It was a proper turnip, but yeah, I just didn't want to leave you guys hanging because I'm not sure what's going on this weekend. We're trying to relax and feel better and recover, but that'll be all. That was it. That's about all I did this week. But hopefully we can bounce back and feel much better. My hair is crazy. Yeah, bye.